Yeah, what are your predictions, like, regardless of result?
I feel like that either way, no matter who wins, it's still going to be a nice, firm handshake. It'll probably shake like 2 times, once up and down, once up and down.
Okay.
And
Once up, once down. All right.
it's going to be slow, real slow.
Do you think
it's gonna be
there's going
slow?
to be a similar face to last year? The death stare,
No,
as it were.
no, it's gonna be different.
I think it's going to be joy.
It's gonna be joy.
Yeah.
From, but what about from the loser?
Oh, death stare.
I think
No, I don't
both
even think
will
that.
actually be cordial this time.
Yeah, I think so too.
So what are we expecting this series, pick-wise? Anything crazy? OG picks the crazy stuff. EG's very standard.
One team's probably going to pick some crazy stuff, and the other one's probably not.
That's a good assessment.
But the team did actually ban IO against OG.
Yep.
It's about time.
I feel like the crazy stuff is going to get toned down a bit here. They're going to see a lot of bans for sure.
Yeah.
No Mag, no IO.
OG
Shemales,
already
West
getting rid of the
Shrek, and everything.
Naga.
Will we see Sven
Probably.
again?
Most likely.
For
Naga's gone.
RTZ.
Sven or Lifestealer?
Okay. Definitely won't be
I
Naga.
think they're really preferring the Sven right now.
I certainly hope so.
The Sven seems stronger.
Damn it, Alchemist keeps getting banned.
You're the only one that
Yeah,
likes
stop that.
Alchemist.
I know. I just want to get one cast out. It's been so long.
You'll see it eventually,
Yeah, we'll see.
maybe.
Will you actually? That's the question.
I think you will eventually.
It's banned in every game.
At
by
least
the
once.
ET's gone as well. Probably going to be a Shadow Demon picked up here.
Bold.
And
Haven't seen
does
that one yet.
OG pick Marana afterwards?
Oh, there could be a Marana first pick. But
Just the Enchantress.
Okay.
Now, they've played this as, well, S4 played in the last game we cast.
And he got bodied by
He did.
Ogre.
They ended up winning, though,
Yeah.
that game. I
the hero
believe.
still just ends up doing what it's supposed to, which is being really annoying to kill and dealing pure damage. So.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, this opens it up for a potential SD Marana. If they really want to go that route. But nope, they're switching it up.
Look at that. They're just doing their own
Entry.
thing. I love it, dude.
Big fan of the Treant against Enchantress.
No.
Okay.
They're both leafy green creatures. However,
Oh,
Treant
okay.
protects against leafy green. Enchantress can't really take the tower quickly, so once it gets armored up, she just sits there forever, doing nothing.
Makes sense.
Last they checked, the Grimstroke had a 30-ish% win rate, I want to say, for non-OG teams. The
What
only
is it
team
for
that can...
OG?
What's that?
What is it for OG?
I don't know. They've won most of their games in general, so it's got to be good.
True.
Crit
Right.
Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
Pretty decent pairing with the Enchantress. Enchantress, at some point, can solo lane, and Earth Spirit can move around or play with the Ench.
10 seconds.
Earth Spirit's like, in my opinion, is kind of a greedy hero in a sense that he doesn't do very much early on, but he's a very strong hero once he has his levels.
Yeah, that level 6 spike is really noticeable.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice pairing against the Treant, too.
Yep.
You get rid of all the living armor stacks pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand,
Yeah,
you
you're
Grimstroke. What if you Grimstroke ulti and double Leech Seed? That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
That's like fucking
Game breaking.
that's healing flying everywhere.
It's big brain.
Here's the Radiant
Then you have to have Leech Seed leveled to like a high level. This doesn't
You
happen.
get there eventually.
Yeah, man. 45 minutes in the game, level 3 Leech Seed comes out.
Yeah, it's around the same time you get Grimstroke ult.
What if this is a 3 Treant? They've done that before.
That's true. That's
Right?
true. Something we didn't actually talk about.
5
The
seconds
only real team
remaining.
that plays Treant as the offlaner.
Yeah.
Well, Lifestealer gets banned. Will Sven be the third RTZ ban in this draft?
I have to ask, is this Spectre ban from EG, PTSD from last year, or did they actually play Tree Spectre this year at TI?
I don't know about
Seconds.
currently at this TI, but that was their immediate response to
seconds
Enchantress last year.
remaining.
Enchantress would get first pick and then immediately pick Spectre afterwards.
Pick.
They know it's a hero that Anna likes to play, too.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a good lane for Spectre. You get kicked out eventually, but until Enchantress hits that point where you can't stand in front of her anymore, it is pretty easy, honestly. Especially with a weaker support like the Earth Spirit. What's it gonna be?
OG did opt to ban the Lifestealer, so it's probably going to be a Sven game for EG.
Taste of RTZ's medicine here. PA.
No mag, though. Haven't seen this hero run very often without mag.
That is true, right? Usually you see PA as a carry that gets a lot of buffs.
10 seconds.
Tree
I
armor
guess-
count?
I guess it's not the worst, right? It's not like you have buffs. Tree armor probably doesn't really count, but you do have Inkswell
Yeah.
to go in.
Yeah.
This might just be a lane that's meant to kill Enchantress on loop.
Yeah.
Well,
Those
EG has
never
yet to
work
pick
out.
anything for Sumail or Arteezy now. Do you guys, what are you liking for Sumail? We already know that Arteezy's getting Sven this game. Is Storm
Do we?
decent?
5
Yeah.
seconds
Do we?
remaining.
I think Storm's
kinda
a really hard Storm game.
Yeah.
Storm doesn't really do much to PA. Treant and Grimstroke both have methods of controlling Storm.
Yeah.
The armor makes it impossible for Storm to get solo kills too.
BKB doesn't even help you this
Finally
game.
came up
Exactly.
for air.
Too difficult.
Jokes aside, though, Sven is actually not bad.
It's not bad, but it's also not great.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you get controlled. Grimstroke Link, Treant ult,
Yeah.
armor, evasion on PA. It's nothing stands out too much.
Heroes like Sven that already get kited pretty hard have an extra hard time against Tree. Because you have to pop your BKB earlier, you get kited by everything else, and then they just, you know, Tree ult.
Yep. That's when you see those weird builds come out where you
Yeah.
have like Manta and BKB
Radiant's turn to pick.
super early into the game. Alright, so we still don't really know what the role of these heroes are going to be, right? Grim can be the 4 or the 5, Tree can be the 4 or the 3, Earthshaker, same thing.
What do you think they're going to pick for Sumail here?
10 seconds.
Ah, that's a tough one.
5
Then
seconds
see the
remaining.
They don't have
PK
them-
again?
They don't have the matchup. They don't know what they're up
Is
against.
this Ember?
The
Ember's in a
Dire
similarly
get up.
hard time, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
Okay,
Okay.
prioritizing I was going to say illusion heroes are mostly what you want in general against Treant Protector. Absolutely cannot push the lane. The armor gets broken by illusions too. It just doesn't really punish terribly at all.
5 seconds remaining.
Mm-hmm. All right. What are the mid bans here? There's a Kunkka ban, Leshrac ban.
Mid silencer for Thompson.
Silencer?
Is that too crazy?
As well.
Turn to bat.
I estimate the probability.
All right,
for
you know what
to be
hero I think
above
you guys can call me an idiot.
99%.
I know he's not played mid that often anymore, but I think it's good this game is Pango against EG. Thoughts?
10
Yeah.
seconds.
Mid Pango against EG. Actually, that's not bad.
5 seconds.
Very top-notch
What'll it
hero.
be?
Yeah.
Please.
Be very strong here, actually.
Please.
It's really bad against Enchantress, but it's pretty good against Herblade.
Is it
Because
bad
she can
against
impetus
Enchantress?
through the ult and whatnot.
Enchantress, like 3 shots Pango
Radiant's
later
turn.
on.
Dire's turn.
Zeus ban, pick Lina.
Yep.
Oh.
The safe
The
mid
safe,
hero.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, silencer. Let's go.
I think Pango has a pretty hard time against this hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Thompson's like, he doesn't really care about his lane matchup. He plays
Invoker.
whatever he thinks is good.
All right, how's this Invoker?
Well, you got that. You got that PA buff now.
Yeah, true. Alacrity.
There's alacrity there.
That's the cowboy PA too.
They're
Alright,
going to go for the
so-
offlane shaker instead of Tree.
Yeah, seems better.
I wouldn't be surprised if OG just starts 3 heroes in the safe lane.
Oh, we're finally going to see the laser disc Terrorblade.
Oh, you hate this one.
I really do.
Is this still the Arcana he's using? That the
think
illusions
so.
look
Yeah,
it's an Arcana.
identical?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With just the immortal weapon, the scythes. I mean, the scythes themselves look cool. It's just when he's in meta form and he's attacking, very underwhelming.
I think it looks sick.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that.
About the lane setup, they should start with 3 heroes bottom against the Enchantress to stop her from walking into the lane.
Why is there a pupper?
They can't do it forever, but
That's
Oh,
Crystal
yeah.
Maiden.
The Crystal Maiden pupper always abandons her. Stands in the front.
The bearded invoker. How nice. All right, so game 1 of this best of 3 between EG and OG in the upper bracket of TI9. The grudge match continues. OG got the best of EG last year. No Tail got the best of Fly. What will occur this time around? Who do you guys got?
I mean, I made my prediction yesterday. I said OG would win.
I think OG has an advantage in the series, but I actually think EG matches up against them pretty well. I think a lot of the teams that have been playing against OG get an advantage, and they buy these items that don't really help them continue to fight OG. And then OG hits their timing and turns the game around. But from the item purchases I saw yesterday from EG, I actually really like them.
Brax?
I think EG will win the first game.
Who did you pick for the series before this?
Like on my thing?
Yeah, just your...
Oh, I didn't pick anyone. I never filled that out.
I didn't do it
If
either.
you had to make a prediction, would you have picked OG?
Yeah, I would have picked OG.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have EG in this game. All right. Should be an interesting one. Early smoke here from Jerax.
Both teams switching up the lanes a bit.
Is S4 going to get killed behind his tower here or something?
Absolutely perfect.
It's interesting. smoke.
Did you see that?
Picture and no
Did you
tail.
see that picture? It was when he did the handshake.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's so good.
You know, there was a screenshot of them going through their chat wheel before each game. They customize it for every game depending on who their opponent is.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's like pretty hardcore.
That is hardcore.
Yeah.
That's like
amazing.
mental warfare at its best.
Mad has his so that when the no-tail laugh comes out, it has like the logo of whichever team they're playing.
Oh, that's cool. Didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
So it's like a bind? Or you can actually
No,
add
you
that
just
to
add
the
it to the
yeah.
chat wheel.
Ah,
You can add
I see.
smiley faces and emotes and stuff in that
see.
too.
Pretty cool. All right, so Invoker versus the Lina.
Becomes Invoker favored, right? On level 3.
I don't think so.
I always just assumed Lena just destroys.
Anna, that's going to be first blood for Arteezy with the laser disc, finishes him off.
Thanks and have fun.
It's a good start for EG. This is quite an interesting tri-lane. Of course, Terrorblade's only useful half the duration.
Yep.
Or for kill potential, at least.
You're right, that attack animation's awful.
Looks like we're going to get TP support here, so will this actually continue to be a try-v-try? See how long this lasts. Jerax comes in. Anna getting stunned up, taking a lot of damage.
This is a visual bug, right? These trees aren't. Not all these trees are actually cut. Because Treant was walking invis through them.
I think they are. I think there's only that one on the left. Because Crit's kicking boulders through the lane.
At some point, they weren't all cut because the Treant was out much further. But I guess they're all cut now because he did kick him again.
Now I'm just confused.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the way they move, it feels like they're actually not cut. You see what I mean? Like, look at how they move.
Yeah, you just walk through them.
All right, they're cut.
All right, so you guys are saying that you think Invoker is favored in this?
I think Lena wins.
I think Lena's favored as well.
I think Lena's generally favored in almost every matchup, but
Ooh, LSA does
Oh, he
connect.
missed.
Misses a couple times.
And then one more dragon?
Keep Thompson alive, and the Dragon Slave is enough. As Sumail gets a huge kill in the mid lane.
Oh, is that a regen down bottom too?
oh
Oh my
Oh.
god. Oh lord.
Well, yeah, this is a
no.
super
This
lost
is a
lane.
Lena favored lane?
Any of you guys want to change your prediction?
Actually, I don't. I feel
I
like
know.
I think OG starts behind every single game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The further behind they are, the more powerful they become.
Can't
Yeah.
come back from ahead.
Yeah, this is maximum strength right now.
Thompson,
If Thompson dies here, they are truly maximum strength.
he'll just dive to the tower to ensure that.
As I said at the start, though, I think EG is one of those teams that if they get an advantage against OG, won't lose it out of nowhere.
This banner is just killing me.
It's hard not to just keep looking at it, right?
Yeah. Oh god. Oh
that
no,
again.
like this.
Well,
Not
LSA does
yet.
connect, but doesn't go for the Dragon Slave. As the Ghost Walk is there. Arteeza's meta.
Wait,
Arteeza's meta should be up
Oh,
here.
is that
That's
the new
what that
CM?
was, the CM
Yeah.
war? I couldn't tell what that...
Yeah.
Is that when it levels?
Yeah, when he levels it.
Okay. Yeah, I was always wondering about that.
Missed the roll, but
Yeah. Meta is popped,
No kick.
and it only takes a little bit of damage, so doesn't look like EG can capitalize off of this meta yet.
We'll get every CS in the next 2
Oh,
weeks
yeah.
or so.
Dire fortified their structures.
That's so interesting that it only occurs when you level up Arcane Aura.
it's kind of cool. You don't want it to be too, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Annoying
otherwise
to
there's
look
just
at.
no effect for it
Yeah.
in general, right?
Yeah, there's a Monkey
Don't
King
burn your
cosmetic
fingers.
that's like that too. When you level up the ultimate,
Yeah.
where your staff changes or glows or something different.
Oh no, it is a
Your
visual
whole
bug.
hero changes color.
Did you guys see that? It is a visual bug.
What?
Is
So
he
Sumail
eating a
just
tree?
ate a tree that wasn't even there.
Ah, Brax, nice call. Uh-oh, Thompson dodges.
Oh man,
He's
that
gonna
would
take
have
a
been
beating.
huge
He's
if
in
he
a lot of
rolled
trouble.
off.
Tornado does hit, and the Dragon Slave again. So Sumail,
And he
2
gets the-
kills in this mid lane.
Yeah, and he gets the rune. That's rough.
I mean, how much does this have to do with the fact that they have a hero like Earthsphere that can help out in situations like this versus OG? Like, what do you have? Grimstroke,
Armor.
Earthshaker, who's going to be off lane.
when you have like a slightly favored matchup and then he ends up getting a solo kill and then a gank on top with the regen rune, it snowballs into something just you have no hope against, really.
Yeah.
Like that's when you see these huge level discrepancies between the mid laners, like level 5, level 3, level 7 to 5, and it just gets impossible to deal with.
Yeah. Really feels like ever since people started buying mangoes whenever they're low on mana,
Yeah.
the mid lane just snowballs super hard off of one more null.
The mid laners just buy so many salves and mangoes to sit there as long as possible and get all the experience. They essentially trade their net worth for experience.
3 bounties for EG though. Wouldn't be surprised to see Seb make a rotation mid, try and turn this lane around at some point. He's been mostly just backlining in the bottom lane.
Yeah, it's going to take like 3 heroes though. It's going to have to be the Shaker plus the support.
He's getting so much though.
Yep.
He's probably just like,
Yeah, that's the one lane they're not losing. Right?
He's actually just been backlining down,
Yeah.
pulling the creeps to the jungle.
This is what happens when the offlaners are 1v1. And like Enchantress should dominate this lane, right? If the lane is played straight up and there's no cutting shenanigans, but you can't really stop it when this sort of thing
Radiant
happens.
structures are fortified.
So it's like you have this super strong winning lane matchup that goes even.
Oh, the roll in from Earth Spirit. Thompson goes in, Viz, and here's the support from Jerax. Looks like they're going to be able to take out Crit. So a nice turnaround and much needed from OG. They felt like they baited that in just a bit. Fly's going to get that all-important double damage on Crystal Maiden.
Dyer's bottom tower
Do you guys like
is
Triumph
about to
at all?
flounder.
I like Triumph.
I hate it.
Hate it. Why is that?
I just don't find it fun.
really?
What about like, you're talking about a roll, right? 4 position?
Yeah.
What about as a 5 or a 3?
I think as a 5, if you can play it in the way you skill Leech Seed and just kind of run at people in lane, it's kind of like Undying.
Dyer's
That's a lot
bottom
better.
tower is under attack.
But if you have to skill Invis, like No-Tail did this game, I think you feel pretty bad.
Alright. So it's just the early game
Dyer's
stuff,
bottom
right?
tower
Not
is
necessarily
about to
anything later on.
flounder.
I don't know. Feels pretty uninteractive.
Really? I actually like him throughout
Dyer's
the course of the
tower
game.
is under attack.
You feel really big brained when you play him well, you know? Because you're like in the you play him effectively by being in the right places and trapping people and setting up, right? And then when it goes well,
The counter flag,
He
beautiful.
just drops a
Are
fight.
you guys, so tier 1 gets taken out bottom, but are you guys surprised that Arteezy is not doing better in this lane? Anna had he got first blooded, but looking at the CS, relatively even, all things considered, and the level advantage actually goes to Anna.
I think he just didn't miss that many CS on the PA. I don't think Arteezy actually has low farm here.
but the thing is, like, you can kill PA, but you know, after the initial kill, you're probably like okay on CSing just because of how good Dagger is for last hitting.
Right.
Especially once
See.
the heroes move around, there's no real kill threat anymore. and both heroes
Arteezy,
just farm.
using the meta bug, summons an illusion as he leaves meta form and just farm a meta delusion.
Yep.
Is that a bug?
Yeah.
I mean, alright, it's a feature.
Hey, Summer Scrub just happened. Pretty sure it's a feature as well.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's a pretty obvious one too, right?
Can you still tread swap before Manta illusions come out?
I don't know. Not sure.
Absolutely perfect.
Summer Scrub changelog. I didn't even look at it. You know, I saw it. It was pretty big.
Yeah.
Profitable
Not for me.
engagement.
Is there anything from that update that you guys, that stands out for you in particular? As being good or bad?
At one point they said they made things happen faster, right? Like input
Oh yeah,
into
that
the
was
game
in there.
like happened faster.
Yeah, I noticed that every game.
Yeah. I don't know
So
if I
now it's
actually
like
noticed
Han?
it.
Is that what you're saying?
Not quite. That's one of those things. You know,
There's still turn rate.
True, true.
I can't notice any difference.
Yeah, I actually don't either.
It's placebo, man.
Yeah.
They probably
Exactly.
didn't change anything.
Structures are fortified.
This makes it feel better for you.
We did go Midas on Enchantress on
Yeah.
S4.
Big fan.
Oh, he canceled.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Looks like there's going to be a double team action. Echo Slam is used to help ensure this kill on Crit, and they'll find it.
Look at how fast he tipped.
Yeah, they have to be the fastest, have the fastest fingers for the useless stuff.
So they said last year they played a lot of party queue to get their hero levels up. Do you think they test out tipping and BM in their party queue.
Of course. I'm sure they have like a spreadsheet of people's history on how whether they tilt or not based on specific commands that are input.
Not sure, but I'm pretty sure that they're the best at it.
Oh yeah, clearly. Yeah, by
Like there's other teams that just chat wheel a lot, but this OG is like actually.
It's calculated.
It's calculated.
Oh yeah.
There's a purpose for it all. You know, it's not just random.
It's not random. Yeah.
Thompson misses a spell, out comes the chat wheel.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a
Speaking of
stiff
Thompson,
wind.
level 9 right now.
Dyer's top
Look at that,
tower
fight me.
is about to take the plunge.
Do you go Midas on
Radiant's bottom tower is
Invoker?
under attack.
I don't think you do anymore.
No?
I think the Urn and the
structures
Spirit
are
Vessel timing are
fortified.
actually too strong to delay it with a Midas.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
There's 4 heroes from EG in the mid lane right now.
Yeah, it's time to push. There's a siege creep.
Dyer's
Enchantress is
middle tower
unfightable
is
at this stage of the game.
Radiant's
We are
bottom
actually going to see
tower
the
is under
Aether Lens
attack.
item build out of Sumail this game.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Probably
rung
going to
its
lead
last
into
bell.
Yules afterwards.
Dyer's
You know,
middle tower
BKB
is
or Ags to
drowning.
follow. Mainly going to focus on spellcasting. Let our TZ do all the physical damage.
It's interesting. Right, because you can play for the spellcaster build just to target PA the entire game.
Is he going for this deny? They put down a sentry. Now they're just gonna let it go.
Dyer's middle
So free tower for EG.
I actually really like that build. I didn't even know about that build until MJW showed it to me. Yeah. We were actually against the same matchup too, against PA.
When
Go
you
like
get
refresher.
Aether Lens and your cast range talent, I'm pretty sure you can actually stun people without breaking smoke.
Yeah.
I feel like we have on the edge of it. You could definitely stun them out of fall at nighttime.
What?
Rolling
That
on
is
stab.
that is so lucky.
That's not intentional. Right?
That is not intentional.
That's all skill, guys. Come on, give some credit.
Seb's dead either way.
Yeah, but
They will find the
the mental damage was dealt.
Hey, he gives them a well play.
All right, this game is really bad for OG. They're playing with Treant. One of his biggest perks is that he protects towers and heals them, prevents them from dying. And
They've lost 3.
yeah, the early game is so rough that it really doesn't matter because they can't use their heroes.
Well, Fly is dead.
We're gonna find Fly.
Gives him a nice high five.
We will end up 2 for 2. It's 12 points, guys.
Fly and no-tail high five.
It's as friendly as they've been in the last couple of years.
If only they both had the flag of the handshake, so that it
Oh, from
looked
both
like they're
sides?
handshaking in game. Yeah,
Oh, that'd be amazing. Did you ever see the other side of that handshake, by the way?
I think I did.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so no-tail was like super upset and Fly was like big smile on his face.
Yeah.
Sumail's gonna get caught off with a tornado EMP. Is there enough follow-up here? That's the Urn charge as well. Sumail's taking a
Oh, he
ton of
dodges it.
damage. Thompson looks like he's committing to
Oh,
this.
he
He's
dodges that
dodging
too?
everything.
Chief Master.
Yeah, very nicely played. Won't find the kill though. It looks like
Uh-oh.
Rimstroke dies on the other side of the map. But No-Tail will be found by 4 members of EG. Having a rough game thus far.
S4 killed Jerax like by himself.
Can we get a look at the net worths? I feel like, yeah, all
Yeah.
3 EG cores up at the top.
You see EG actually feels strong enough that they're just going to stop OG from taking control of their own jungle.
The spyglass at hand.
And this is the classic EG game, right? They come out really strong in the laning phase. Their heroes are very, very good at helping snowball, enable lanes to make good laning decisions too. They choose to aggro with the Terror Blade to give Enchantress a good game while they can still be just fine.
That's a huge answer. Oh,
That
geez.
is
Echo
huge.
Slam to follow from Seb. That's going to be 2 quick kills for OG. Desperately needed. Now the chase is on to S4. Little dodge. Not
Oh,
the
what a
fissure, though.
fissure.
Beautifully done. Stuck in the corner
But
now.
Now what, guys?
But now what?
Yeah, can they kill him is the question. Laguna Blade comes in as Thompson tries
he's
to
alive.
retreat. He's getting extremely low, but the Urn Charge will keep him healthy. Seb attempting to TP out, but RTZ, his rotation, will be the
It's
doom for him.
ridiculous, isn't it?
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm not locked in here with you and all that.
Fisher Block baits himself into dying.
It wasn't well played by OG though. They knew exactly what EG wanted to do in their setup. Both of the high grounds lead into their jungle. Just so
Yeah.
happened they picked the one that Thompson was standing at.
Even after you take the tier 1 towers, it's still really easy to defend your shrine areas. It takes like 4 sentries to cover the entire area, and you can just sit there and camp, and if the enemy wants to come up, well, they're just going to walk into heroes sitting there waiting.
And it goes for the Demon Edge before Perseverance. Not really a lot happening to him when he goes to farm in these lanes right now.
Yeah, the perseverance is more about being able to stay in a lane.
Yeah.
We haven't heard much from Anna, actually, have we? The past, after that first death. Been pretty much uncontested for the most part.
Yeah, we won't be seeing him for a while, just farming Battlefield.
What do you think of PA in this game, though, in general, just in theory?
She's pretty strong. I mean, she's like one of the cores that can jump on Lina, jump on Terrorblade, and just like delete them.
I really didn't like the hero for a while after they nerfed her ulti at early levels and her talents, of course. It just felt like the hero needed way too long to come online. But in the current way TI games are going, the games are much longer, and the hero seems to hit its stride eventually and just take over. I have faith in alacrity.
Yeah, this hero needs such a long time to actually become impactful in the game, but there's going to be a stage at this game where like she gets her items, one play, opens up Roshan if we can get a kill off of it.
Ooh, another roll.
Thompson gets initiated on. Jerax is here for support. But it looks like it'll be of just the moral variety. He's going to have to back up. Easy kill for EG again. It does require 4 heroes.
Yeah, they don't mind being here. They can all now run to places they would rather be in.
They did get EMP'd though. Mana's not that high.
Yeah.
That's true.
Small victory.
Arteezy's starting to pull ahead of the game.
They have Echo now.
They do. Still level 1 Echo though.
Oh no, it's an Enchantress voice.
Enchantress in a 3v1 situation. Who comes out on top? A lot of stuns coming out, but S4 finally gets off the heel. That might just mean that he will survive as EG will just turn this around onto Seb.
That feels like a mistake, you know, trying to... There's no real damage there. They're waiting for the enchant totem to try to come in. It's
Did
like,
you see how long that took?
yeah, the second one was almost before the first one even landed.
It's OG though, so they're probably just laughing as they watch the shit they're trying to top.
Another EMP.
Arteezy
Arteezy's completely out of mana now.
Nah, he's fine.
He's got Crystal Maiden on his team.
I don't know who uses the term, but he had a girthy wand.
Oh, yeah.
Very large.
Fully charged.
Anna looks like she has the Battle Fury coming right now. At what point do you start fighting? Do you have to wait for the BKB, or is the Deso just going to be enough to burst somebody?
They're probably going to make a play around the Deso.
Yeah.
Deso's like pick-off material, BKB is actual team fight. But Deso into a pick-off into Roche, and you can still fight. Yeah.
Okay.
But even with Deso, like if Enchantress is actually... This Enchantress is pretty farmed. With the free lane and the Hand of Miles, he can afford to buy all these armor items like the Solar Crest. Some people go Ghost Scepter, Force Staff. These things that help you kite the PA. And if PA spends her BKB trying to kill Enchantress, like, you're just wasting your time. At some point, it's not worth killing this Enchantress, especially because Enchantress doesn't really do damage to PA. Even though the hero's good against the Ench, you don't really want to focus on it.
Yeah, I think he'll actually just focus Lina for most of the game.
Kill Lina, kill CM. These heroes you can kill almost in one crit.
It's really difficult, especially as a core trying to snowball, to itemize on Lina to survive a PA jump. Like, you're forced to buy some Ghost Scepter. Or
Yeah.
I mean, Yule's helps, but
That's why I
sometimes you
find,
just get crit twice.
That's true. Happens so quick, you're just dead. Scratch your nose and you're gone.
Yep. Get attacked twice before Blur actually ends, and one of them's a red number, and you're not there anymore.
Yep. The nice thing about the Magic Lina is you have all the cast range. You have the cast range talent and the lens, of course, so you can play super, super far in the back, but that also means you don't really have much HP to work with, so die. What a sad hero.
He is going for that early axe, though. He plans to just implode the PA.
Yep. Focus the PA every single fight.
Yep.
Looks like EG's going to find No Tail again.
You're dead.
Can EG Roche with meta?
Yeah, they can when Ench can tank
Yeah,
it.
Ench can tank it as
They're
well.
going to wait for one more item first, though. They'll hit a stronger power spike with the butterfly.
Uh-oh.
Laguna Blade actually does come out. Not quite enough to pick out Ana. As he does dodge a couple right clicks, but the Frostbite is there. Ooh, nice Phantom Strike dodging the ult from Fly. And Ana looks like he'll survive through this.
Still
He wants to
hanging
go
out.
And a
out.
turnaround potentially here from OG.
Just
They have 4 members here, but looks like they're just going to TP out now.
That's that tree armor coming into effect, especially against a hero like Lina. You get the full value out of the armor.
Not the flashiest spell, but it does make a difference.
Oh, smoke on EG here. See if they can capitalize or not. As poor Thompson might get cut off again. Oh, they're going to go for Roche potentially. Fly's going to find top, take a tornado to the face, and here comes the rolling. Crit's going to miss. But there's the silence into LSA. And you have to think, even with the living armor, this will be enough in all likelihood to take out Thompson.
Just barely, though. You can see as soon as the living armor got applied, all those auto attacks just stopped.
Yeah.
Man, Thompson is having a rough game.
Doesn't he care that much, though?
He's a funny player, right? He can get destroyed in this lane, and he's still going to play with the exact same level of aggression every single time. You know,
Especially on
some
this
players-
Prospects Invoker, right?
Yep. Some players will be like, all right, guys, I'm a little weak. You know, my start's a little slow. I need to catch up a bit, and they won't really play the game until they feel like they're comfortable. They're going to wait for that item or that level, and it just takes forever. Nothing really happens, but not him.
I don't think he's as sad as mid one was yesterday.
Right.
That was pretty sad. Yeah.
That was real bad.
Aegis on RTZ now. You said they were waiting for the butterfly before they continue to perhaps force some fights.
Yeah, I think now once you have the butterfly Aegis, you can afford to just play entirely on OG's side of the map. You can run down mid, start cutting the waves, take the tier 2s, really close off the map, make it so that PA is the only hero farming on OG.
Do you like this build from RTZ?
I think it's a lot stronger than the Scotty stuff, but
Yeah.
you know,
I
if
think
he's not playing for the 2 item time, he's playing for the 3 for when he actually buys BKB.
Yeah.
Then he's incredibly strong.
Yeah. Especially with this Aegis, the only way he can really die from OG right now is to get Echo Slam.
Yeah.
They don't have that much magic damage output, so he can afford to go this high armor, low HP.
They don't have that much burst in general, right? Echo Slam is the only one, and then PA technically, but that's a lot of armor on Terror.
Yeah, Invoker doesn't have the levels for any real burst damage abilities, but OG, they're positioned to fight here. Interesting.
Ooh, they're going for the back line.
Yeah.
Couldn't withstand.
Yeah,
OG
they made
doing
the
the
full wrap around.
unexpected.
Look at how far back they're looking.
S4's got the Ogre creep ready to go.
Dyer's
Oh,
bottom
Sumail
is
can be
Oh
found by
my
Thompson.
goodness.
There's the EMP. The Jules is going to dodge it, though.
He has an Arcane Arena as well.
Comes the roll in. Looks like this is going to be our first potential team fight of the game. That is the ulti from Grimstroke onto Laguna Blade. So much damage to Ana, the first to die. And just like that, it's a 4v5 in favor of EG. They're going to be able to find crit on the back line, though. But Sumail is very healthy, and will use that to take out Seb next. So 2 for 1, as Arteezy still has the Aegis intact, and I feel like they can just push here.
Yep, no Aegis use, no meta use. They can easily just keep on walking down the lane.
OG is looking to flank again, though. Probably just to cut the creep rate at this point.
Absolutely perfect.
There's some creep cutting from Thompson, the Alacrity.
I think that fight just kind of shows you how
is
badly
under attack.
Ana needs a BKB before they can fight.
Oh, yeah.
He just got destroyed by Sumail.
Oh, the
much
problem
does
is
that help,
Ags
though?
is just going to go right through that.
Yeah, the Axe is going to be finished at the same time.
I think you still have enough.
Is there any way you go Lincolns after BKB, or is that just too defensive?
No, I think you should still be fine. Like, the Ags does a lot of damage, but your health pool isn't that low. Like, PA with no items right now, or just damage items, still has, yeah, so like 1900. So if you BKB and he Ags you, you know, you're probably going to get tree armored. You should be able to fight.
Still a long ways from BKB, though.
Yeah. Terrible with a double damage
Oh,
rune bottled as well.
Yeah.
Talked about this yesterday. Some teams, you know, they see the DD rune.
Dyer's
That's a
middle
bomb.
tower is
Yeah,
drowning.
just buy one right away.
Yeah. He probably got it from Sumail. in
Yeah,
this
he probably-
situation, but EG, I think, is one of those teams that would go and buy a bottle if they happen to not
Is
have
under
one.
attack.
And a free tier 2.
Dyer's middle
And
tower
I mean, there's
has
not a
fallen.
ton of time left on the Aegis. You have to expect them. Do you think they just take the outer towers and
Yeah.
they're happy with that, or they actually try to force them?
No, there's no forcing.
They still have meta, so if they see OG playing too far out in the bottom lane, they may just meta at the end of their Aegis to force them back into the base. And if OG doesn't respond in time, they will have a DD netted Terror Blade.
Right.
And, you know, taking the tier 3 tower opens up the shrines, opens up the next row tree. It's a big deal, so they might just try and force here.
They're definitely going to hit this, but there's 4,500 gold on Terrorblade unspent.
Yeah.
No carrier up, but you can't
You have
really.
to-
force
how long
it
does it
away.
really take to build this tower?
Yeah, Double damage is quite helpful, of course.
My God.
That is a tier 3 gone. Does OG actually just give this up? Tornado's going to hit. Going to mount some sort of defense here. Manta style pops for Arteezy. There's a jumper from Seb. He's going to get ulted immediately and drops
that's not
very
good.
quickly. And that is a free Rax. And EG just completely dumpstering OG right now.
Yeah. Thompson wasn't in position to tornado the DD as soon as it was popped. And, you know, you're 6 seconds late to that defense, and the tier 3 is already gone. So you were forced to act quickly because you have time to set up a proper play.
Dyer's top shrine is under attack.
Well played by EG there.
Yeah, a lot of times teams will do that just to bring the enemy back inside their base. You know, they want them to sit on the hill, then they'll walk away and start building up a large gold advantage. But when you get so much free damage like that,
Yeah.
like that's just when it's free, basically.
And now you're seeing the items come out from EG. You got the Ags officially finished on Sumail. Arteezy has BKB.
Solar Crest on the Enchantress for Arteezy.
I like the style of Enchantress builds a lot better
Yeah.
than things like the Hurricane Pike into the real damage dealers, because this is a lot more cost effective for sure. And of course it gives you the much needed armor.
Yeah. Especially now that Solar Crest is such a great buff for another hero.
Yeah.
So from OG's perspective, we talked about how BKB is pretty much essential for Ana in order to actually fight. Is there any other item that they're waiting for that's like super crucial?
Scepter and Invoker, I guess.
It helps a little bit.
It helps a little bit. I feel like he needs a BKB too.
He doesn't have enough points in Exort to really utilize the lower cooldown
Yeah.
to like change that much, but it will definitely help out. See, Crit has a Veil now.
I feel like Blink Treant might help a lot too, but I don't know. I don't think he's even.
That's a
close,
5-position tree. That's gonna
Yeah.
take a little bit.
Yep.
He's not like super far off. It's like 1,000.
How's the other guy doing? Jarax. What's life like for him? Okay. So yeah. That might actually be a pretty game-changing item.
Yeah.
Be a Love Sword. I believe it's still bugged, and if a BKB Terrorblade sunders a Lotus Orb, it's still gonna negate the sunder.
Oh, really?
That one
I
isn't
heard
bugged.
someone lost the game in the group stage because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a feature.
No, that one's a bug.
Summer Scrub would have cleaned that one up.
Yeah, come on. Everything's fixed.
All right.
Free game.
How can OG win a fight? Maybe Terrorblade can get, you know, Blink Echoed and die from full to 0 as he pushes up a high ground, but like, he never has to. He can just sit, out farm,
Yeah.
goes off the entire map, take shrines, wait for Roche, and it's like,
OG doesn't really have an easy time clearing these illusions either.
yeah. At some point, OG they have to be brave and. you
They
know,
do. I think they
take a
do have the
fight.
damage, but it's like a lot of things need to go perfectly for them.
It's not easy to just walk up and echo a Terrorblade on a creep wave.
Yeah.
You know, it's always going to be an illusion. It's like you have to catch them off guard, just camping somewhere. But even then, if they have any sort of vision, someone else walks up first, like the Earth Spirit. All of a sudden, you just lose.
Hey, it's a big pick-off for EG.
Killing spree.
That is a stylish death. if
That
nothing
looks
else.
funny. Yeah, that is not good. He does have buyback, but yeah, I think the only way they win a team fight, it completely comes down to Earthshaker catching Terrorblade and then killing him. If they don't catch him, it's actually fun.
Probably gonna have to buy back here. 30 seconds death timer right now.
I'm a little surprised they used Glyph without having already bought back. They might just be giving up this Rax, actually.
That's weird because you kind of just want to give the tower if possible.
And
not
they
just-
cut the creep wave.
Backdoor protection is there. Tornado. Not going to connect on the real Arteezy. They're just going to back, so no buyback needed.
So OG actually did a great job getting the creep waves out, even against these TB illusions. So EG
Hope
had nothing
purchase.
more
They want to
for
move
it.
out, I think.
Dyer's bottom
It's going to be no matter. This is your best opportunity.
Is this pretty transparent, though? EG's perspective?
has fallen.
Here comes the smoke. We'll see if they can catch anybody. Ana actually does find Arteezy. Maybe they want to go for a different target, though. There's the roll in.
Uh-oh, miscommunication.
Tornado comes, or the Meteor comes in. A lot of lifesteal, but finally Enchantress does die. It takes pretty much the entire team as PA finishes off Fly in the meantime. Buys back into the game shortly after. Laguna
Shaker's
Blade
coming
is
back with
there,
buyback.
and down goes Ana, who buys back shortly after as well. Thompson at half HP, trying to get away, but the frostbite from Fly, and then LSA connects again. He's going to have to buy back, but he doesn't have it, actually. There's a big Echo Slam from Seb. Buybacks galore from OG, though. They want to really win this fight. You're seeing the Ag Scepter coming to play for Earthshaker, but it's not going to keep him out of dodge here. And that is a dieback
Oh, this is
for Seb. This might be GG.
this might be GG.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And you can see OG actually did the classic, we're behind, but we're going to use 4 buybacks and win this team fight anyway.
And then it goes
Except
off.
they didn't have a shrine. So EG takes this generally game-losing fight against OG, but they don't have a shrine anymore. And now the Earthshaker buyback takes 10 more seconds to arrive at the fight. And by the time he gets there and hits this huge Echo Slam, the rest of his team's already dead.
They're actually going to try to go for Ana. Phantom
he
Strike
broke
in. Kind of stuck in between the entirety of EG, and that's a really easy kill. And if that wasn't GG before, now it's definitely. And they're
But,
just
you
going
know,
to chase down the rest of them.
In classic OG fashion, they don't, you know, they're just having a good time still.
Are they?
Yeah, they're having
No.
a
That's
good
what a good time looks like?
No
This is
Tail's
a good
not
time.
having a good time.
Yeah.
They're just like, you know, all right, whatever.
I don't think Jerax
go
is
next.
either, actually.
No Tail sitting here saying, why am I free? My whole purpose is to defend towers. We'll last 3 towers in 8 minutes anyways.
Jerax, why the hell aren't you playing
And
Jerax?
GG's come out, so EG takes game 1 in ultra convincing fashion.
Yeah.
I believe Z-Freak said it best, the fact that a lot of teams allow OG to come back in one way or form or another. EG just much more disciplined. They get that early lead, and they just never relinquished it.
I am impressed.
Yeah.
Oh, game plan out of date.
It's a very clean game from EG, all things considered.